Mawayo, Galatom. If it kama ingekuwa wewe sila, I don't think if I would be where I am, because she has been my rock, like seeing my parents, I'm not attached to them. My shushu is the only person who would be like, when
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Saida Ahmed Rashid, a TikToker, all way from, she will explain herself. And today, I have a young, beautiful lady by my side. I don't want to talk much because we are going to make this show to be more fire. Let me take this opportunity to welcome her. Thank you, welcome, beautiful girl.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. And my name's Sarah Sori Abdub.
Yes.
I'm a self-made artist.
Yes.
At least that's what I say.
I can even see.
Yeah.
You are trying to be artist even
the dress code.
Yes.
So I do art for a little bit of pocket money at school. And I'm from Marsabit. You mentioned, I'll say where I'm from.
Yes, from Marsabit County.
Yes.
I saw you on a TikTok.
Sure.
In a TikTok app.
Mine?
Yes,
TikTok
your
page.
TikTok page. And I was like, wait, let me see this beautiful girl. And I was so happy to see what you are doing. You are an artist. You draw, you paint, you do everything.
Yeah, all kinds of. At the moment, I'm still at painting. You know, when we are taught art, I got to learn it in high school. I got to learn these extra subjects they offer, like music, business, French. I got to get art in my Forces Academy Lanet in Nakuru.
Oh, you went to Lanet?
Yes.
Okay.
So
give us a story about you now.
So I did got to discover that I can draw earlier as a kid in class 5.
Yes.
The first time I came to these sides, Nairobi sides, to study, I was in Marsabit prior. And there, it was mostly a blurry time, you don't remember much, but I came to class 5 in Embu, a boarding school. It was a Catholic school.
Yes.
So, and then kids were bougie, all kinds of kids, and I'm from Marsabit. And then they would make for each other during birthdays and things like that. We didn't have a canteen. So kids would make birthday cards for each other, draw Donald Duck, draw Mickey Mouse. And then I was like, I also want to.
And making an envelope.
Yeah, I did. I made even envelopes in high school for sale. Not even.
So you in high school you were a business person?
Yeah, I started doing calligraphy for the letters. High school you get to exchange letters. I would do calligraphy on the envelopes. I would even make the envelopes because envelopes are made from the clear paper in the lines.
Yes.
And then I got a tiny one. I got a mail in a tiny envelope and it looked really nice. The cutest size, a very tiny one. So I decided when I open it up and get the shape, I would replicate them on my art blank papers. They were big, A3 size.
Yes.
Started making them and it was so cute and it's appealing to girls. So they used to buy them at 50 bob. Yeah. And it's just replicating the shape of the envelope and tying them with glue.
Only that?
Yeah. So, but prior to high school, I got to discover I could draw as a kid in class 5. We started with Mickey Mouse and those things, and I started seeing mine were looking nice also. So I got to discover it then, and then I would always chip into when teachers would say, "Who will draw the heart for teaching respiratory system on the blackboard? Who will draw that?" I liked it. I would chip in every time. Adi drawing Kenya on the blackboard. It was fun. It came as
it is in your blood.
Yeah.
Something that you love doing.
Yeah, and it excites me when you see the final product and it really looks nice. It makes me feel good. But before I never did it for commercial use, just to discover it. high school was when I started learning it in detail. Like I could turn the simple Donald Duck paintings to real portraits of people. Na unafunzwa, there's painting, there's weaving, there's pottery as a subject 4-year course as a high schooler. Unafunzwa different, but the one I stuck to was drawing and painting because it's easy. When they ask you questions in exams for high school, they offer like 3 questions depending on who is good at what.
Yes.
Art is not for studying mostly.
No.
It's mostly practical, and not everyone will be a painter. No, you can be an artist, but not everyone is a realistic.
Yes.
Realism. Some people are good at designing. Like you could have a question on making a card, designing a card or a resume,
card, anniversary cards. Yes.
Some aspects were more for the design part more than the art, but I found that I was good at the art part. Rather than going to the designing logos and things for people, I was good in the initial normal traditional art for painting people and things like that. So after high school I got to reach campus in there. First year, second year, you're still figuring out
Which
who
campus
you
are
are.
you in?
I am in Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, main campus, Juja, and I've been there since 2017 September.
What are you doing? Which course are you doing?
I am taking a bachelor's degree in health records and information management.
First there and tell them what you do.
Okay, I am currently pursuing... No, actually finished December.
You are finishing
December.
this December?
I actually finished this December.
You finised this?
Yeah. This year, Juicy.
Tell them.
Okay.
Tell them. Bachelor in what?
So I got to be invited in JKUAT, Jomo Kenyatta, for a bachelor's degree in health records and information management. It's a 4-year course in College of Health Sciences, and that was what I intend to do professionally because I already think I am good in art. It takes practice. You don't have to study, and the 4 years of high school was good enough. So in first year, second year, you're still trying to establish yourself. You don't know how to place yourself yet. Then in that year, after the first semester, Corona came, and then we had a long break, and you're just idle. You don't know what you're going to do. And I was in Moyale, going to different places. You know, we have lots of relatives in Kushite communities.
Yes.
So I decided I'm going to visit most of them for the long period. And then I went to Moyale for the first time. My father stays in Moyale. He has a family there. So that is where, and then my father would tell me stories as a kid. Well, the first day he saw I could draw, I was in high school, I think Form 1. He came to visit to my auntie's place where I was hosted for the holiday, and then he saw a picture of a lady. I wasn't a good artist. Instead, right now when you draw tears falling from a person's face, you make it in form of an irregular stream that falls down. But then I would draw it in teardrops.
Yeah. Well, that is by then when we are trying to learn.
Because you haven't been given the actual tactics on how to bring it out realistically. So I did a rough sketch, and he saw it, and he told me a story. We are not usually close, but he told me a story of how while he was studying in Saku, Chalbi, Marsabit, there's a desert called Chalbi. In Saku, he drew a normal drawing in pencil of a camel, and he got a scholarship from it to continue studying for free in the primary. And then he would tell me proudly that hiyo ngamia yangu nilichora, the camel I drew, up to today you might find it in the headmaster's office.
Wow.
I didn't go to clarify, but it inspired me because I don't know much about him, but knowing that I can share with him, like saying this I can draw because it's my father who maybe drew at some point in his life, was a little bit encouraging. So when I went to visit his family in Moyale, I recalled the story, and then I was just there. We don't know when the corona period is going to end.
That is when you got the opportunity.
I decided, let me make for him a camel because of the story. And then we would go to those deserts in Chalbi. There was camels everywhere. So I could just look at them and sketch and then try to say, let me Yeah, I studied the camel that time, very
Wow.
very detailed.
Mm.
So I made a big piece, almost 80 centimeter by 40 of canvas on the board. They actually bought the materials for me, and it was encouraging. Mimi, actually, whenever I go anywhere, I carry at least one surface to paint and a little bit of oil paint. I carry them hata kama I'll have
Anywhere.
lots of anywhere. Nikiambo today you're visiting who wapi, I will carry
You
them
go with
me.
them.
I have a bag with rangis in there. And then they're always asking, why are you carrying lots of load like a shosho? But I'll be idle at some point, and it's something I like doing. So I made for him. I didn't know if I'll ever get back to his place. So when art, I like gifting art to people because you don't have money to buy it for gifts for people.
Yes.
Like friends in high school, in campus, they will tell me it's their birthday or it's something, and I'm thinking I can make something that is usually sold somewhere else. So really, I'm still giving them a merchandise. So and when I go to places that I stay a long time, I try to leave at least a sketch there or a painting. My shosho's house is full of them. She lets me draw her walls.
I saw
Yeah,
on
she's
the TikTok,
okay.
and it was wow.
Yeah. So when I was there, I drew the first, almost, let's say, a professional looking thing that could sell if it were to be sold. So when we came back to high campus after the corona period, it was my second semester in the idea, and it starts dawning on you, you cannot ask like a first year for pocket money or a second year. Then you had the privilege of saying you still new, you don't know how to, but by the idea for there, they expect you to have ujanja ya campus, unaona lazima umejua venye ya kupata do. So I started thinking, and then my shosho raised me from a young age. She supports me all
I
through.
saw her on TikTok.
Yeah.
Grandmother, we love you. Pass a message to her.
Yeah, she saw this. Okay. So
It's okay. Pass a message to her, to Shosho. Tell me, grandmother, how you love her, how you appreciate her.
mama hiyo Galatom, if kama ingekuwa wewe sila, I don't think if I would be where I am, because she has been my rock, you know. Like seeing my parents, I'm not attached to them. My shosho is the only person who would be like, when you know, art is an expression, yeah, it's you expressing yourself. So as a kid, maybe I didn't know how to express me. I would mostly pass for an angry kid mostly. So the only person who would be like, if the whole community of our extended family, if they can't get through to you, they'll just call the shosho eventually. So I adjusted to knowing from a young age that where I fall back always is my shosho's place. Like she's always there understanding you when no one gets you why you're having these angry episodes. She's the only one who's there backing you up. So my shosho is my rock. So mama yo, sante sana. Mungu akupe maisha marefu until you get to nirudishe to, at least I get the chance to give back to her. So yeah, in campus nikakosana na shosho kidogo before when the corona period was ending.
Grandmother, forgive her. Yeah.
We're
Mama,
good right
forgive
now.
her.
We're good right now.
Yes.
But before, I was reporting I'm a little bit scared, you know, until you're out of your cocoon is when you discover, man, I should start looking for my own way, because my cocoon was my shosho, the one where I fall back on every minute. Like even in after Form 4, my shosho is the one who took up all responsibility, saying, she told me, Sarah, kama naishi mi hawezi kosa fee, I'm still alive.
Is she mother to your...
She's the mother to my mother.
So she told you, as long as I'm alive, I'm going to take care of you.
Yeah, you will never lack fee. So when I came, and then I'm like, man, I have made the only person who's funding me angry at me. So I was scared. I still had the rent ya nyumba imelipwa, but I'm thinking, where ya next month tatoka wapi? Where will I get money? So
it affected
the
you.
confusion. I fixed it. I just sat down. made two surfaces, and within a day, because of the scare, I was a little bit afraid maybe I wouldn't be financially stable in a week or two. I made 2 paintings in a day, and then I was like, naweza hii kitu, I can turn it into actual things. Before, most artists out there, like I get comments on the TikTok, you're inspiring me to do it like commercially, or like they would see me cut the wood myself.
I saw.
And then they'll be like, I never used to know I can make my own frames, because I used to take it to a carpenter also.
Yes.
But carpenters, they delay. Sometimes you want to do it today, but since you gave them the work like 3 days ago, they keep telling you, I am not yet through. So I decided, and you pay extra charges. Like for one framing that a carpenter would do for me is enough to buy me materials or wood for another 6 frames. So it doesn't match up. And campus is all about economizing.
You have to be smart.
Yes. So I came and then I made those 2 pieces, and then I had a friend who would sell anything in campus, anything.
She was the one saying everything, and people would buy from her.
Not really. This person would sell anything as long as he sees that it can sell. Like, for instance, see necklaces at 50 bob, he'll buy them, come to school and sell them at 250. No matter what, he will sell them. He just keeps selling things.
So you used him?
No,
yeah.
It inspired me, and then he was like, instead of keeping crying here that you don't know if your shosho will help you anymore, go make 2 pieces and bring them here, because the place where he used to sell his things was so popular. Like campus kids will come every time. So I made 2 pieces, and one went immediately the same evening. While I was just taking it, one got sold at 1,500. It was so beautiful. It's up. I'll show you. Let me show you actually.
Okay, show me what you do.
And it's the neighbor who bought it. And immediately when he bought it, they asked me to make another piece at 2,000. So it was so inspiring. You see this lion piece, this piece.
Yeah, a lion, and I don't know.
Yeah, it actually draws a lady in the middle. If you look closely, these are 2 faces. This is like hair, nose, and a lip, and this is mgongo.
Yeah, I can see.
You can see the lady,
yes,
right?
I can see here. This is the mouth. This is the nose.
She's like looking back. Like this. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's 2 animals in a landscape making the face. So
you made it.
Yeah. Like that in a day. This one in a giraffe. The giraffe didn't sell, but this
But this one of the, I don't know, it's Black Panther.
It's a Black Panther and a falcon that draws a lady. See? So, and then they gave me the roommate to the guy who took this gave me this other work.
And you did it.
And I did it, and he was so happy with it. So I decided I can do this thing for pocket money actually. So yeah, just started out like that.
So should we tell that friend of yours, thank you so much for giving you that idea?
Yes, first of all, it's Byron Makotwe. Thank you so much. You will see this on my Instagram because he keeps liking them. Thank you so much. And thank you, Enoch, for being... Actually, it's Well Done Chumba. Thank you for being my first customer. You guys made me believe I can actually make money from my own hands, So, and then right now, I'm actually doing it purposely for commercial. I'm taking orders on IG. I'm taking there's even another. I made artist friends along the way. They have a shop in Juja. I make miniature pieces, the ones that cliche like movie characters and animation characters that we can assume can go. And I sometimes unakoliwa, you told kapanch kameingia.
The money is there.
It's motivating. And then so like since I've been in campus since 2017 and like I finished this December my last semester. So I'm waiting on graduation in June, right? But in the meantime, the option for most students is either you already had a job in waiting or like a hustle that you're doing in the meantime as you look for the employment, or you go back home. I don't have an official job to do, neither do I have a shop, but the only option was to go back home and wait for graduation, get your papers and start tamaking, or like borrow the recommendation letter from school so you can go do volunteer and internship as you wait for employment. But I'm thinking a volunteer or internship, some classmates have actually gone to seek it already. Some would tell you they're getting only 6,000 for the fare to go work as a volunteer as you wait on maybe if they'll have a vacancy. But I'm thinking 6,000 is something I can make in 6 days.
What did you say?
Hakuna kazi chini ya tao. There's no work below
1,000 and above.
Yes, and that's like because art is a luxury. Before I started doing it for myself recently, I would do like a kibarua for some artist in Juja. He's called Atmas on Instagram. He's an old man, and then he had some shop in Juja Kalimoni, near some hotel, and every day since first year I would pass there and then I'm like nitaangalia art. So nikasema leo naenda kuangalia.
Did you copy one?
No,
the
guy.
Something.
I did even work for him as an employee eventually. Like venye nilienda nikaanza kuangalia art zake, and then I keep talking to people a lot. So I told him, I also draw. Can I show you some of mine? Wow. Akaniambia okay. Nikamuonesha the lion, the and some giraffes and others that I did like when we came back after Corona. And then akaniambia, because artists sometimes awananga psych and it's mostly dependent on your excitement to do it. How about if you're not feeling it, come in at my shop and you'll be doing it here, and then we'll encourage each other. So I took the chance. The next morning I had like 7 canvases ready. I carried I carried my cans of paint. I just walked all the way to his place, and then he was like, most people come here, they say they will come back, but no one has come with materials zake mwenyewe. Yes. Like watu urudi tu, kama watarudi, that is, they would just come. I impressed him with a little bit of effort. So akaniambia, I will give you your first test. I drew this little girl, a Turkana little girl from Marsabit. Nikamchora. Akaniambia, select picture. Akaniambia, this one is enough to test your ability or your skill. So draw it. This is the little girl. So I drew it in like, I would come back, sijamaliza naacha tu kwake, come back, finish it. He would help me some places in giving me a little bit of skills. When I finished it, akaniambia, how about I make a deal with you? We can be doing business together, me and you. Because art is nice, but production is very slow. Like, right now, I have orders from last month that hata sijaundia canvas yake. Na mtu, and people expect that the minute they say, I want an art, immediately it starts being made, life doesn't stop because it's what I would like, the money is very, very appealing. Like when you see an order, that's money that you can make, but production is very slow in art, and I think that's a challenge for most artists. So that is why they overprice their art. If you're going to put 5 days of effort, that's 5 days yenye mtu wa laundry ameoshe nguo ya tumia mbili.
It's true in a way.
My sister who actually right now see her finished campus, and my shosho doesn't give you money if you're not studying. You should either come back home if you can't be productive enough to make your own. Urudi nyumbani utakula chakula ama utafute yako huko nje. But kaa huko kusoma umemaliza, no money should be. You shouldn't say I'm studying it to me at
Sasa,
pocket
yeah,
money.
she was providing. She wanted to
Until-
see you doing something
Yes.
in school.
Yes.
But
right
other
now,
thing,
school.
after school you go back home.
Go back
if you
home
can't do
and look
anything.
for a job. If you can't, you can't stay in Nairobi saying support me as I look for a job. No. Look for your own money if you want to look for a
So
job in Nairobi.
where is grandmother?
My grandmother right now is in Isiolo.
And you are here.
I am here. She's been calling me since January.
She wants you to go
but
back.
yeah, but I'm thinking a normal 8 to 5 job isn't the first option that a person should run into. And neither do I have the pressures or to tie myself and look for some stability at the moment. This is my moment. As I wait for the graduation, this is my moment to venture into it. See if I can be an artist who can feed herself. Because most people say artists are starving artists. Because, you never know. But this is my period to really try and see. And I've been really putting effort into it. And because at the moment, I'm living off the graces of I have a sister in campus. She's one class ahead of me. But she is an entrepreneur.
Wow.
So she right now is doing laundry business. So she at least gets the chance to pay her rent and everything.
Yes.
I cannot say art pays enough for me to even get a bedsitter at 7K in Juja. Because at the moment I am starting it. See?
Yeah, you are a beginner.
Yeah,
you are starting it.
I am starting it. And I'm seeing it actually can work. I'm starting to believe it can work because since February, I came back January after December holiday, the 2-week break, and I came with the intention that from home I said that I'm going to ask for a recommendation letter from school so that I can come and start my internship in Isiolo and some hospitals there. But the letter isn't out yet, and at the moment, would I sit at home really? And like atakama art is good enough that you can do it wherever. Bora unabebana na vitu zako. And market is online.
Yes.
And you can always deliver via Wells Fargo parcel. But when you're in Nairobi, you're feeling like hauna shughuli ingine. That should be your main focus. And bouncing to go get materials, going to a place, yani there is more availability.
Yes.
In making it easier to do it than back at home. So I'm thinking if at all I have to go back there, I have to make enough with this art at the moment.
I know viewers will be wondering, this small girl, slim girl, telling us she has done her bachelor. If you don't mind, you can answer. If you can answer. If you don't want, you can't answer. How old are you?
I am old. I am 22.
22. You're not old.
I feel old.
You feel old? She's saying 22 is old. You're not old.
Well,
You are very young. This is now the time for you to build your future.
yeah.
It is time for you to think of, what you want to do. But I know most of people will be saying, we see you. They will follow your TikTok. By the way, we are going to share your all social media down there, and maybe your number if people will need to have, they want art and so on.
Yeah.
And I will sponsor you. I want you to do for me
I won't let you
my
down.
picture, and then I will gonna show after I get the picture to show the good work you have been doing. So from Marsabit, Akushat lady,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Tell me the challenges you're facing.
Well, the first time I got to do art, for me it was a talent I'm discovering in high school. But I would say that out of in my high school we were 100 plus Kushite people, Muslims. We were almost 100. That's a substantial amount. Most high school have like 7 or 20. So out of all, I was the only one in the art class all through from first year, from 1 to form 4. So and then I would ask them, mbona Waislamu aren't coming to art class? Mbona form 1 our try? It doesn't require reading. all you're doing is drawing. Why don't they find it appealing? They give you tactics how to know if you didn't know before. So then they told me of an ayah in the Quran that says caste is a person who makes live sculptures or things like that. And then I couldn't understand it. This is the only thing I've ever seen I am really good at. I wasn't like the best performer in high school. I was a good performer, but I wasn't the best. This was the only thing that I could say it is mine. Because if you're the best in the class, it is yours.
Yes.
So when they told me that, and then I'm like, I am living in contradiction to my beliefs. So that was like the first big thing that came my way. So like some ustazas would come to the high school to give mawaida.
Yeah.
So I approached one and I asked her, this ayah says this, so am I really caste because I'm making pictures of people? And then she told me everything is the intention behind it. Well, maybe in those times people were making sculptures or live pictures. They were doing it to make idols or things like that. You are doing it for aesthetic appeal, nothing beyond that. You can twist art to use utility, but I'm still at the aesthetic part of art. So like she told me, it's just the intention behind it. Don't focus so much on that. The second challenge is that no one sees art as a serious thing. Like right now is when my family is starting to realize Sarah can be big with this.
Yes. For sure you can be big.
They never thought, because I would bring my report card home to my mother, had an A in art, always, like, or a little, these carpets, these woven carpet. I made one with my own hand as a assignment. So I brought it all the way home. I made my first carpet one. So I'm showing them and my report cards, and they're like, why is this Kiswahili a B minor? Or why is this? Yeah, they're pointing out the ones I'm lacking.
Yeah,
they're not seeing
but they're not seeing this on air.
Yeah. So like no one sees it as a serious thing, because I think if they would have seen it as something that could be good enough to get me to your interview, they would have helped me. At least maybe I would have studied art, because I am an artist. I know that. At least the only thing I've been sure in my life. Not much. So after high school, most of us really don't know what you're expected to learn. We know just perform enough to get you a job, the government sponsorship in campus. We just know that. But I wasn't the ambitious kids who wanted to be a doctor or something in the long. I am an artist. I have no interest in being a doctor.
Sarah, look at that camera. I want you to give advice
to the kids out there.
Kushite ladies, Kushite young ladies who are in university, and maybe they are saying that they are thinking only that if I finish exams or I finish this school, I'm going to get a direct job. And other people may be thinking, what am I going to do as a part-time after university, like you are doing art? And there are some people who are down there, maybe in rural area, and they don't have this opportunity to go to school. And sometimes we say rural, these people from rural area are very clever, and they are very smart. You can see sometimes like a boy going sitting down and drawing, in the sun, something. They are trying to bring a picture. They don't have that opportunity.
But they have the skills. Yeah.
Give them advice.
Well, I believe every family has an artist. So there are many artists out there who haven't discovered they are. So I'm just going to advise you that art is the simplest thing you can do, because it doesn't even require electricity. You just need a wood, a surface, and a medium to paint with. Maybe oil or pencil, whatever you'll use. So in art is of different forms. No one expects you to be the realistic artist, to be some Picasso when you're drawing people exactly they are. There is abstract art. Anything. Art is the most appreciated thing, because it's subject to a specific artist. Because And no one compares artists. Every artist is unique in their way, so you don't have anything to lose in trying art. You can scribble anything and you'd still be called art as long as it's aesthetically appealing. And it's simple, doesn't require you. And for my communities that expects most of us to be like conservative and everything, it suits the lifestyle because I do it from my own home. I think I can even work from my own home as a lady in future. So that suits the community culture perfectly.
Yes. Yeah.
So encourage your girls to work from the home and they can make their own art. It doesn't have to be human beings or animals. It can be landscape. And for the rural kids out there, you can do art also. Art is done on anything. There's even art called found objects. You just go to the people and the garbage area, look at what actually when I walk along the street and I see something that can be turned into something pretty, I pick it up. Some people think I'm crazy because as a subject we would go to the garbage area in high school, pick up things that have potential, make sculptures out of it, make things out of it. And art is an expression. You might not have a lot to express yourself with wherever you are, but just know it is affordable, it is, and it's your own creation, and it doesn't have to sell, but it will make you feel good because you're intrinsically motivated, not the money part really. It's within.
Thank you so much. Sarah, sorry. What attracted me so much in your TikTok platform? There's negative comments I've been seeing on your status. Always there's a negative comment. So I saw a negative comment, and you were trying to respond to that comment. Maybe for you were commenting knowing that you are just commenting the way it is. But in real sense, for me, who went through a lot, I can say that I know the difficulties of social media, because you are replying in a pain way, but deeply you are just you are just laughing to show people that you don't care. But in real sense, there was something that it was hindering you inside. Now, I want to tell you one thing. Just advice as a sister. This street of social media, you're gonna get a lot. You will come, there's a lot of people behind this social media. Others are fake, people using fake accounts. Others are even your neighbors. Others are even your family. Others are even your friends. Others are just name it. They are there behind that social media, and some don't want to see you moving on. Some don't want to see your success. Some just wants to criticize you. They even don't know you. They don't know who is Sarasori. They don't know who is Saida. They're just there to do what? Telling you, what are you showing us? You cannot draw, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. You know, if they are doing this to hurt you, to make you, because they are just doing nothing. They're just sitting there because they are just buying the bundles, being online just to entertain themselves. Or maybe they are deeply going through something, so they're trying to release on you. So what I will tell you is to move on. Just look at that comment as a positive comment. Without those comments, remember, you will never get followers. Enemies are there to make you move.
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
Be yourself the way you are. Keep going. And it is something very nice being an artist. And as I said, I want you to draw me. And I will see that product, inshallah. And we will share your social media platform where they can get you and everything. And I want to say thank you so much for coming today.
Thank
It is just marvelous. It was just nice to meet you.
I'm also enjoying this. I have been studying you, so I'll draw you perfectly.
Thank you so much. May God bless you, and may God bless your grandmother who is taking care of you. Make sure you make her proud, because she's only depending on you, and you are the first girl I can see an artist. And remember, we will have many Somalis will come, many people will come to look for you, and they want you to draw something for them. We're gonna promote you, we're gonna advertise for you, and we're gonna work together, inshallah. Welcome.
Thank you.
As you have heard, Sarah Sori, she's a TikToker, she's an artist, she's a student in university. She's a young lady who is coming up being an artist. Why don't you promote her? Why don't you help her? Why don't you go and follow her on TikTok? Why don't you go and appreciate the work she's doing? As because she's motivating other girls outside there. Till next time, it's your girl, Saida Ahmed Rashid. And before I finish, I want to say thank you so much to Musdalifa. Musdalifa Lodge is in Eastleigh 4th Street for giving us this platform where we are doing this activity here. They have conference centers, they have guest house, they have everything. You can just contact them. I'm gonna share their links, their contacts down there. They are the best. You can get them. They're very affordable and everything. Thank you so much. Till next time.